Do you guys remember when Anna Spanakopita and Lenny Turtletop was talking to BoJack after the Filbert screening? And out of everything they said, BoJack only got this from that conversation. Are you saying that nobody who really knows me could ever love me? When they don't have a good response to that, BoJack immediately dips. But he doesn't go home, he doesn't go to Princess Carolyn, he doesn't do what he would normally do. He goes to get Todd. So what was that really about? Was he saving Todd or protecting the only evidence he had that someone who knew him could still choose him? That line, "Are you saying that nobody who really knows me could ever love me?" isn't about the Oscar. It's not even really about his fans. Up until that moment, the conversation is about image, strategy, and narrative control. If they manage the press correctly, if they shape the story correctly, and if they present the right version of him, then he can win. Then he could be celebrated. Then he could be loved. But when he asked that question, the focus shifts. It wasn't about if he could win and be admired. It was about, can he be known and still be loved? Todd knows him. Todd has seen the laziness, the cruelty, the selfishness, the addiction, the mess, and he stayed. At least for a long time. So is rescuing Todd purely selfish? Not purely. But it's not purely altruistic either. Todd is living evidence against Anna's implication. If Todd knows him and hasn't left yet, then maybe the statement isn't entirely true. Maybe someone who really knows him can love him. It's like BoJack is grabbing the only counterexample he has. But here's where it gets complicated and honestly a little darker. Todd staying wasn't proof of unconditional love. It was proof of Todd's tolerance. It wasn't a clean moral endorsement of BoJack's character. BoJack interprets proximity as validation. Instead of asking, am I behaving in a way that makes me lovable? He asks, is there at least one person who hasn't left yet? And that's a low bar. So when he goes to the giggle ship, yeah, there's care there. Yes, he probably believes he's helping, but there's also a quieter desperation. If Todd disappears into some artificial happiness cult, BoJack loses one of the last people who knows him and hasn't fully rejected him. It's not about rescuing Todd from fake joy. It's about rescuing the last piece of evidence that he might not be unlovable. And that's what makes it so tragic, because later, when Todd finally does leave, when he draws boundaries, BoJack loses that evidence anyway, which forces the original question back out in the open. If the people who really know you walk away, what does that mean? It's not a selfish question, it's a terrified one. There's also the fact that BoJack didn't know that Todd was suffering. He didn't know that Todd was in trouble or needed rescuing. He went there regardless if he was having a good time or not, to just take him back. And that detail changes the temperature of the scene. Because BoJack didn't go to the giggle ship because Todd sent a distress signal. He didn't even know that Todd was in danger or that he was unhappy. He just went anyway. Which means this wasn't a rescue motivated by concern. It was a retrieval. If BoJack had sensed that Todd was in trouble, then the act could be framed as protective. But he doesn't even check. He doesn't ask, are you okay? He doesn't observe first. He decides. He intervenes. And he pulls Todd out whether Todd is thriving or not. And that tells us something. BoJack wasn't reacting to Todd's pain. He was reacting to his own. Right after asking, are you saying that nobody who really knows me could ever love me? He goes straight to the one person who has known him up close and hasn't fully left. That timing is not accidental. It suggests that Todd's presence functions as emotional evidence. Todd staying around is a counterargument to BoJack's fear of being fundamentally unlovable. So when Todd joins something that might take him permanently out of BoJack's orbit, it threatens that evidence. And BoJack moves quickly, not because Todd needs it, but because BoJack might. And there is something deeply human about that. We don't just want to be loved, we want proof that we are lovable. And sometimes we protect that proof more fiercely than we protect the person themselves. So what do you think? Do you think BoJack was saving Todd or saving the idea that someone who knows him could stay? Leave your answer in the comments, and thank you so much for watching this video.